Damn it. Hey guys, you're watching Daniel and Gian talk shit. I am Gian. With me as always, Daniel. Episode number 86.
14 from 100.
14 from 100 podcast episodes.
We should be way past that by now.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you count all the other stuff we've done, what are we at? We're at
almost 1,000 videos.
Yeah, almost at 1,000 videos. So I feel like that counts for something, right?
Yeah, over 10 million views on YouTube now at this point. Almost 30,000 subscribers.
Almost 30,000.
And none of our friends watch what we do.
Definitely not. It's funny. So Daniel does another show. He produces a boxing show for his old friend Garrity, and Garrity just watched one of the comic book Best Damn Comic Show episodes.
That's completely irrelevant.
I'm just saying.
Like 5 months later.
For the first, yeah, exactly. It was one that was tagged, and it was like, oh shit, I just watched it right now. Like
Thanks for watching something old.
Yeah, he didn't comment on it either, so no new comments, but.
It's okay. No one comments on his videos either.
I guess it's better. It's better that way because I feel like if our friends really watched this stuff regularly, we might be getting into shit all the time.
Maybe.
No.
I don't
know. It
know.
Depends. I guess most of my friends really don't get offended that much. They're actually more offensive than they. Unless you say shit about Trump. Like I feel like it's funny. Like I'm one of the more liberal.
So I'm paying attention to you. I'm just looking at
Yeah, I see. I think I'm one of the more liberal people in my group of friends. I think that might be the case for you as well, right? Like, at least you're video game friends, right?
I don't know, to be honest with you anymore. I really don't.
Really? What do you mean?
Like I'm starting to think maybe I'm conservative.
Okay.
I just vote Democrat.
I mean, you can still be conservative and be the most liberal of all the conservatives.
Like I've been talking to some of my friends that are not conservative, and they're like, I'll tell them what I just told you, and they're like, yeah, that's what I thought.
Oh, they weren't surprised?
No.
That's interesting. What do you think they get that, like...
I don't know. I believe that we're all in the center. I really do believe that.
I think the majority of people are in the center.
You just vote one way. Like there's certain issues where you're like pro-choice, pro-abortion, pro-life.
It's the whole lesser of two evils argument that people make all the time.
But everybody wants personal freedom. Everybody wants, or so they say. But I think that's the case. Like people do like socialism if it's on a smaller scale that doesn't really involve like you're gonna work this job and you're gonna do this and here's your rations for the day.
You know what it really is? For me, I think people don't care what you do to them as long as you don't throw it in their face. Because if you look at some of the policies that have been around for, now we're going on 80 years, all the stuff FDR did, socialist as fuck. And you don't ever hear people talking shit about FDR, like Republicans.
It's because he's crippled.
Okay, maybe that's it. It also could be because no social media and everything you got was from the radio. Maybe you owned a TV, and even then, like broadcast television.
Oh yeah, because they controlled everything.
Yeah.
So you couldn't even really scrutinize someone you didn't even know about.
Right.
I mean, there's a bunch of things. My whole point is because I guess people like to say I'm libertarian, and maybe that's the case.
Right.
And that might be the case, because I really do think people should just mind their own business. I mean, we got into a talk about this before we even started. Like, just, you do your thing, not you, but like someone does their thing, I do my thing, and then there should be this connective tissue of like, don't discriminate against gay people if you're black, whatever. Like, that's just stupid. Now, if you want to do that, you should have the right to do that.
Right.
And if that means you're not gonna have your business do well, or you're gonna be scrutinized and ostracized by society, well, but you shouldn't. That's my thing. Because like there's a Supreme Court case today.
You shouldn't be legally ostracized, but if you're socially ostracized, that's okay.
Fair game.
Yeah.
Fair game.
Yeah.
Fair game. If cancel culture is stupid, but it's
that's how
fair
it's supposed
game.
to be.
It's fair game.
Yeah.
It's 100%. Like deplatforming is not what I don't approve of that. I don't believe in that. It's because it's just, to me, that violates fundamental rights, which is the Supreme. I read there was an article today, a Supreme Court case decided about this guy who had a clothing line called Fucked, F-U-C-T. I guess he's like a nihilist and he just hates everything. But they wouldn't, the government, the U.S. government wouldn't allow him to trademark that because it was considered like obscene. And so he was like, fuck you guys, that's not what this is all about.
Right.
And so it went all the way to the Supreme Court, and they decided 5-4. So thanks to Republicans probably. Although
Right.
RGB or RVGB,
Ruth Bader Ginsburg?
she decided
She was the deciding vote.
she was in. I don't know who was it, but she was in favor of the upholding the Constitution. So, because that's what it is. Like,
Right.
what is the government? The government's not, its job's not to get involved in whether or not you can handle a trademark or not. What the hell does that have to do with anything?
It's just there's some
especially in a capitalist society like we live in.
There's a bit of the Protestant Christian stuff that still creeps into the government.
Let's go a complete 180 and talk about liberals. Bernie Sanders just said that he's going to run on the platform of eliminating all college debt and then paying for it. He's either releasing the plan today or tomorrow, like a full detailed like how he's going to do it, as opposed to last time where it was just speculation.
Right.
The
plan is I'm just going to tax the shit out of all the rich people. Jeff Bezos is paying for my fucking student loans. And I'm okay with that.
I'm okay with that too. Yeah. Like if that might make me not want to pay my school loans off for a little bit.
Right. Just to wait and see.
Just to see what happens. Because if he
kind of like what I did with my tickets when Obama passed that thing, where like you waited until January,
you didn't have to pay shit.
Yeah, you paid basically $30 a ticket.
So like, because I'm just saying.
Yeah.
If he wins, or Elizabeth Warren, which she won't win, but if Bernie wins, and that's his main ticket, which I think that's a valid ticket for a lot of people. Like it's healthcare for me this year. It's healthcare and now that student loan thing.
Right.
Like for me, healthcare, because I don't already pay for it. So if I can elect a candidate that's going to usher in some sort of universal healthcare, let's do it. Because I'm going to be that guy, that lazy guy who
doesn't care about any of the other policies.
Who does the conservative thing by not buying into mandatory healthcare.
Right.
And then waits until a candidate comes along that provides it for free. So then all this time I've been saving money and everybody else has been getting, nickel and dimed.
Right. Yeah, I think I have to pay $700 this year because I didn't have health care last year.
I have no record of that for me.
You don't exist really, so.
I don't. Yeah. And so when the IRS watches this or whoever, because I'm sure they will, don't forget to hit that like button.
Yeah.
And subscribe and share it to all your other IRS friends. No, I just think, I don't know what. Let's get off topics. Politics, because I wanted to talk about something on Reaction Hour last week.
Yeah.
And I didn't get to it, and I forgot, and I got home and I kicked myself. So, you've had roommates.
Mm-hmm. I have.
I've only had one roommate before, and
right.
it was a woman, so it doesn't really count.
Right.
You've had male roommates. Now, in those situations...
let's not say it was a woman. Let's say it was a significant other roommate. That's what makes it different.
Sure.
You could still have a woman roommate.
It's completely irrelevant to what I'm about to say, though.
Fair enough.
It wasn't a guy. That's my point. It wasn't a guy.
Copy that.
Now, in your living arrangements, did you share one bathroom, or did you have multiple bathrooms? Or did it depend on the situation?
No, there's only one time where I had my own bathroom. Every other time we shared
bathrooms.
Yeah.
Now, how often would you go in and walk in on like an unflushed deuce?
Full disclosure, if there was
or are you the one who fucking...
I was probably the one that forgot to flush.
How do you fucking forget?
Because you got
there's a point here. By
listen. So you got this old school plumbing mentality, right? Where you flush the toilet and the water goes cold. So I would take a.
I've never fucking heard that.
You've never heard that?
You have to explain that to me. Yeah.
So
that sounds like Mexicans who don't flush down the
toilet.
No,
that's how
the piping.
So if you go to older like houses and stuff, if they don't have a new water heater, because the new water heaters are fucking amazing. You know that water heater that would take like 30. I don't even know if you've experienced this. There's like water heaters that would take like 20 minutes for the water to heat up. So you just leave the water cranking forever until the water.
I've had it in like maybe like a minute or two.
No, I'm talking like it would take like 10 minutes for the water to heat up. Like you just
never
water.
Experienced this.
Anyways, and I can't tell you the reason why this would happen.
It sounds like you should have just.
You never saw in movies like someone's taking a shower, someone flushes the toilet, then all of a sudden the water gets cold or it gets extremely hot.
Yeah, I've seen that. Or like if you're in the kitchen, that happens in my house.
Yeah.
Not with the toilet though, but with the kitchen. Like if you turn the kitchen faucet on,
right,
the hot water, it'll redirect it, I guess.
So, a lot of places, at least 20 years ago, you flush the toilet and the water would go like cold. You lose all the hot water.
Now I understand. I've seen that.
Yeah.
And I understand why it's funny. I understand why. I've always understood why it's funny. But I never. I've always been like, oh, that was before my time.
Yeah, it still happened.
No, it does. Yeah. It's just, I guess that we've always had a good water heater.
Right. So, sometimes you drop a deuce before you hop in the shower. You got the water running, and you're like, I'm going to flush when I get out because I don't want it to mess with the water. And you hop in, and you forget.
I can buy that.
Yeah.
I can buy that.
That's what happens.
I don't know if that's going to happen every time.
It didn't happen every time, but if any time.
Like, so you never walked in on somebody?
Oh, yeah, I've definitely walked in on...
Not someone shitting. I'm saying
no, I've walked in on
shit.
Yes, all the time. And I get just
what's your response?
And the best part is I get just as pissed off as they probably did when if I did.
Well, what's your response to that?
Talk shit,
I do have a point here.
Yeah, it'd be like, what the fuck?
And how is it?
The fucking toilet?
Is it like usually a turd, or is it caked in like diarrhea?
Honestly,
it's in the toilet. Though,
honestly,
regardless.
the worst turds I've walked in on have been in public restrooms.
Well,
but at the house,
that doesn't count.
Yeah, no,
that doesn't count.
Normally, it's like it's a turd that's floating and it's got some toilet paper on top of it, kind of.
Does it smell?
Absolutely, every time. And that should start smelling within like 5 minutes. Yeah.
Have you ever experienced, and public or not, just ever experienced this? Turd in a trash can.
No. No.
Like in a plastic bag.
No.
In a trash can.
Never.
Next to the toilet.
No.
Have you?
Like in a Ziploc bag?
Like a fucking plastic.
Like a bag they give you at a liquor store?
Yeah. Sometimes a paper bag, but...
Okay, keep going.
No, so no.
No.
Have you ever experienced said bag inside of a toilet?
No. What video was this?
This isn't a video. So... I have to. It has to remain anonymous, just in case said person watches this.
Okay.
But my friend in Texas, who you've met and you know who he is.
Yes.
He's living with somebody who does that. And according to my friend in Texas, he said that this guy shits so hard that he can't break it up, and that's all he does. That's what he has to do. He has to put it in a bag and let it become soggy, and then he can flush it down the toilet.
Okay.
Or he'll just leave it in the bag, in the trash can.
Like he'll forget.
And it just,
or he'll take it outside. Okay, see that's.
I
just
want to know what your impression, what you would do.
Okay, number one, this guy eats too much beef. All right, that's what it sounds like to me. He eats too much beef.
To be fair, he eats too much of everything.
Okay, so I know I'm
everything.
related to someone who's dating someone who's broken 3 toilets because his turds would not break.
How is that possible?
And you know who this is.
Fucking plunger it?
I have no. I can't explain to you why it. But
can't you just break it apart?
The only thing I could tell you was this is a guy who was on a high protein diet, no like carbs, fiber, just protein for a very long time. And it wasn't until said relative introduced him to vegetables where it got a little softer. But yeah, 3 toilets.
So I need to recommend vegetables to said person's friend.
Yeah, you might want to go to the doctor too, but yeah.
Oh, he definitely should go to the doctor.
Yeah, but
he probably has diabetes at this point.
But shitting in a bag and then breaking it up, no, like I don't even know, like I don't even want to visualize how you would like do that. Like, do you get a big enough bag so that you could put it over the toilet seat so you just sit normally and shit? Maybe he needs to get one of those. What are those things where you put your feet up? The squatty potty?
Squatty potty?
Maybe that'll help.
If you walked in on that, would you assume...
If I walked in my house and there's shit in a bag, dude, I don't know what the fuck I'd do. I'll be honest with you, man. I don't know if
Wouldn't it piss you off?
I don't know if... That's what I'm saying.
Or would you...
I don't know if I would lose my mind. I don't know if I would pack up all my shit and just leave that day.
I told him, I said, your fucking roommate... he might be a sociopath. He might have serious mental issues. That's not normal.
No.
That's not normal at all.
No. I don't even know if I'm feel comfortable bringing that up. You know what I mean? Like, I'm serious. Like I might.
Do you want to see a picture?
No, I don't. Don't. Stop. You can put it up on the screen if you want to. I don't for our viewers. No. If you put it up on Instagram, just don't tell me, man.
No, I had the same exact response when he was like, "Bro, you want to see a picture?" And I was like, "What the fuck? No. Why would I ever?"
Why would you take a picture?
And then he sent it to me anyway.
What an asshole.
Oh man, I gotta look at it to just refresh my memory. It's been like a few weeks.
By the way, you know, if the dude watches this video, he knows exactly.
Oh no, I told him we were gonna talk about it. Mm-hmm. I'm saying his roommate.
I'm saying his roommate will know we're talking
He won't
about.
Watch it. He won't watch this
Unless he just doesn't know who we are.
He knows who I am.
Next time you visit, I wouldn't stay there. Like, yeah. It's just.
You need to see this. No. I'm not gonna click on the picture. It's gonna be wide, so you can, and I'll show from. You have to see it.
Is that a paper bag? God damn. No, I gotta... That's a paper bag.
The toilet.
That's a paper bag. That's just defeats. Like, the paper bag is too strong to flush down the toilet, but it's not fucking strong enough to withstand water. So what's the? Oh my god. I don't know, like, bro. If you're gonna do this shit, at least do it right. Get a plastic bag. Get like one of those big.
And throw it away.
Throw it away, or if you feel the need,
like as in like outside.
And I get it, like a common decency, you know, like your trash man's gonna like, you don't want him, you know, finding bags of shit. But then again, people throw their diapers in the dumpster
and dog shit, so it's not like it's a big deal. There's
something about human shit that like really upsets all of us though. Like,
because it smells like if we worse than anything.
Well, dog shit smells too though. Yeah.
Human shit smells worse.
Yeah, man.
If your turd breaches the surface on the toilet, and it breaks apart, it's over. It's over. It's game over. I don't care how much fucking spray you spray in there. It's gone. It's gone. That toilet's you're done. I'm just saying, like it's bad.
Oh my god.
I had to talk. I wanted to talk about this on Reaction Hour, and I completely forgot.
Oh my god.
Because this would have been perfect for Reaction Hour. Just throw the image up, and then just.
I mean, maybe we
should probably revisit it later on.
Maybe Carlos should. We'll see what Carlos's reaction is.
We'll have to.
And then he's gonna talk about how when he spent his summers in Mexico,
that's what he used to do.
Yeah, that was normal.
He's like, oh yeah, I do that now.
Yeah, because you couldn't flush a toilet there.
Yeah. That I've experienced, like.
Yeah. Hey, you know the toilet paper thing you're bringing up. So for those, I mean, you might, depending on where you guys live, you might do this already. So other countries, their plumbing's old, so the pipes are real small, so they don't flush their toilet paper. In fact, I feel like the U.S. might be one of the only places that flushes toilet paper, because I feel like even in Europe, like there's.
So is that what I should expect in Italy?
You just might. You just might. I'm going to tell you one thing you're going to expect, and actually I wanted that to be
that's what's going to lead into this.
Our theme of the podcast, but yeah, like in Europe, public restrooms are not a thing. Like, yeah.
Oh, well.
So they have in France, I know they have like pay stalls on the street where you pay to use it, and if not, it's like you're eating at a restaurant and you can use the restroom there, but you can't just walk in. Like here, like there's not grocery stores where you walk into the.
So you can't go to a store and go take a dump?
No, you got to buy something.
Oh, that's different.
Yeah.
So you're making it seem like they don't exist.
No, the stores have
paying a few euros to go take a dump when you really
right,
need to
but
take a dump is okay.
And that's the thing is like I don't know if that's like the transaction either. Like if you're like, hey, I need to use your shit or how much. Like it's
This is why Trump needs to fucking step up his game and make sure that this is kind of all over.
It should be a universal thing, like public restrooms everywhere.
I absolutely agree.
No, yeah, yeah, it could definitely be an issue. Like, so whatever place of business, it's one of those things. Like, I'm telling you now, if you're at a place of business, you're eating lunch, you're at a museum, use the toilet.
Because you might not get one until you're back to your hotel.
Exactly.
Well, that's why I've been making sure my diet's been good the last. I didn't know that was a thing, but I've been prepping. I've been on my fast every day.
Right.
I've been making sure that I've been eating my greens, and so my body's just regulated well.
Well, but you're gonna go there and eat like shit because that's what you're supposed to do on vacation.
Oh, I know, but I'm prepping.
Okay.
It's prepped.
Fair enough.
It's okay. Like my body has an. But the tail end of the vacation is gonna suck.
It's gonna be like 10 minutes of shit that we're talking about and fucking pooping.
Hey.
Anyways, back to
it's been 13 minutes so far.
I didn't finish the toilet paper thing. But the toilet paper thing is because the pipes are so small, people.
Or they use septic tanks too.
Or they use septic tanks. That's the other thing. So I'm sure on the East Coast it's a similar thing as well. The toilet paper gets thrown in a trash can next to it, and then people never, like, those customs are hard to break, so they do it here, even though
they don't need to anymore.
They don't need to. So like sometimes you it's funny. It's not necessarily the smell. It's like sometimes you look in the trash can and there's
you
like
see that fucking caked
exactly
shit
caked on toilet paper, and you're disgusted and you want to throw up. You know. Although I did live in one place where the sinks and the tub would always get clogged because their pipes were too small, so you couldn't flush toilet paper on one side of the house. Like we had to throw it in the trash. Yeah, it sucked. And we get into fights with the other roommate because he keep on flushing. And I was like, dude, I know this is weird for you, but I don't need to see this dirty water, which could potentially be shit water, coming into my fucking tub.
Well, I had a similar experience because the apartment I lived in with the female roommate was a shared place. And so our toilet got clogged one day.
Because the other people?
And it backed up into the fucking tub. And we called the landlord. And we didn't even shit or anything.
Right.
Like it was just like all of a sudden it wouldn't flush, and then everything just started backing up into the bathtub. So we called the landlord. Landlord called the plumber, because that's, I guess, how you're supposed to do that.
Right.
And then they're like, we noticed that there's paper towels in the line. You're not supposed to flush paper towels. The landlord was getting mad at me. And we're like, what the hell? And it was me, the landlord, and the plumber. And the plumber was like, no. We found paper towels first. We also found diapers, fucking, like, for reals, like, no bullshit. Swear to God, like, the diaper wipey, like, a bunch, and the neighbors next to us had a fucking baby, newborn baby, or like very young.
Right.
And we're like, yeah, so it's our fault, right?
Yeah.
That's what I asked the plumber. He's like, no, there's no way. Like, unless you're bringing, and so they had to they got in trouble. But it was because the blockage was all the way up to our line.
What kind of animal flushes a fucking diaper down the toilet?
I don't even know how you do flush the diaper down the toilet.
That's not a one-time flush
What do you
either.
chop it up?
What the fuck? Oh my God.
And so I don't know where the toilet. I don't know where
It was like
the paper towel.
It was like
thing.
they just got here from. I'm not even gonna. I know what country they're from. Or I'm gonna assume I know where they're from.
I don't know what country they're from.
I know what part of the world they're from.
Yes.
Yes. And I probably have ancestors from a similar part of the world.
We both do.
But it's one of those things where it's like, it almost feels like, oh shit, we could flush a paper down the toilet.
Let's flush everything.
Exactly. Like it was like an experiment where they're like, oh my God, look,
it went down.
Yeah. Started fucking putting bricks down there. They're like, watch these rocks. Oh my God.
But it was like that. Fuck that landlord too. Cliff, fuck you. If you're listening to this, he was a dick, man. He was a real dick. There was like one bad piece of carpet. He's like, we got to replace all the carpet. We got to do all this. I'm gonna get up to change the camera or re-roll it. He would do all these things about, oh, you got to do this. And then I remember, thankfully, my dad was like, yeah, no, that's not gonna. You don't need to do this. This is you, because he would. You get your secondary opinion, get your this, and this.
Yeah.
And I remember he went from, oh, we're going to take your whole security deposit because of all of these repairs we need to do.
Right.
To me going and getting secondary opinions to keeping 3/4 of it.
Yeah.
And it was like, because he was like, it's 10-year-old carpet and you've been here 2 years and you've ruined it. Like, that's 8 years of lifespan, blah, 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 blah. And like
so this guy, because you were college students, thought he could get over on you.
Yeah.
Because the policy is you're supposed to change the carpet every time someone moves out. Like you're not supposed to. You don't have to, but that's how they get you. Is like every time someone moves in, he fucked up by telling you it's been like 10 years of carpet. Because there's
no. It's a 10-year lifespan. The carpet should have. No, I know.
He said it was brand new. I've been in that place. That was not 10-year lifespan. That was the shittiest carpet.
No, I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, if you had
the carpet guy, by the way, said that the carpet was at most, if you pristinely kept it, it would have at most lasted you 5 years. But realistically, it would have been frayed and gone by the third year, and we were there 2 years. So
no, it's an absolute scam. It's a scam at not every, but a lot of apartment complexes. They'll be like, oh, we got to replace the carpet, even though they bought the cheapest carpet possible, so they knew it was gonna get ruined. And they're gonna charge you like it's for. They're not gonna show you like, hey, here's how much it costs.
If me walking with my socks on the carpet created all of the damage that it did, you know the carpet's cheap. Because I made sure no shoes on the carpet.
Right.
It is what it is. But anyway, so we're halfway through this I'd say, or I don't know how long we're going to talk, but...
well, let's talk about, dude, you're going on your very first trip to Europe, right? You've been to Mexico, or you haven't
I've been to
Mexico?
Tijuana, and I've been to Toronto, Canada, and that's about the extent of my travels.
You've been to Toronto, you've been to TJ, which is kind of Mexico, but kind of not.
It's Mexico.
It's technically Mexico, but if you ask,
no, it's Mexico.
If you talk to other Mexicans, they don't consider.
That's because
Mexico.
it's fucking dangerous, and they don't like everywhere else. It's like if you're in LA and then you're like, yeah, Skid Row is technically part of LA, but
but it's also because culturally speaking, so many people go back and forth across the border that there's a lot of.
That doesn't make it not fucking.
But that makes it. What I'm saying is, on a cultural level, it makes it a lot more American than the other parts of Mexico. Like if you go further down Baja, they're not the same way.
Toronto's the same way.
Right. Well, I mean,
because New York's right there.
Toronto's technically Canada, but we don't consider Torontoians or whatever you want to call them as Canadian as someone from like Ottawa or something. They don't even have the accent, you know.
You don't need to have an accent. See, who's being stereotypical now?
I am when it comes to Canada, okay, and I think I've earned that.
If TJ was beautiful and nice, and there was no murders, no cartel, no drug trafficking, none of that stuff, and it was like a where do people go spring break?
Cancun.
Yeah, it was like Cancun, but it's right there.
It's actually more dangerous than TJ right now.
Either way, my point is, if it was like Cancun, no one would be Mexico wouldn't be like, it's fucking Mexico.
Hey man,
I hate when people say it's not
It's
Mexico.
just like you pretending that the Valley is in LA when you live in the fucking South Bay. And I can make the exact same argument.
No, you can't, because you don't live here.
You
haven't lived here longer than I have.
Oh, get the fuck out of here.
It's true.
It doesn't matter anymore.
You ask any LA native, and I ask any LA native, and that's not.
That's how we've already had other people say that you're wrong. LA natives have said that you're wrong.
No one.
Aaron.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
No, he said you're wrong for saying that South Bay is not considered part of LA.
That's because he's from the fucking South Bay.
No, that's because if you look at the damn history of Los Angeles, the city was supposed to be down there.
I don't know what that means. All I know is nobody ever has any reason to go there.
The LA County Compton was supposed to be the capital, like Los Angeles.
Okay.
And that didn't end up because the Los Angeles ports are right there.
Okay.
You can't have the LA ports in a part of LA that's not LA.
Okay.
It's an oxymoron.
Okay, so Long Beach isn't LA either.
But those aren't the fucking LA ports at Long Beach. Those are the Long Beach ports.
Okay.
Completely different things. Well, see, I'm just saying, I have a family history of longshoremen, so I know all about that too.
Okay.
Two different things.
So you're saying the ports determine what makes the city?
Yeah, absolutely. What do you mean?
I don't think so.
So you're gonna tell me that the docks in Oakland, are part of San Francisco?
No, because it's a completely different city. There's a bridge that separates them.
Yeah, like Long Beach. There's a bridge that separates Long Beach from
bridges that separate. I can get to Long Beach without crossing a bridge.
You can get to Oakland without crossing a bridge.
No, you can't. If you live in San Francisco, you got to cross a bridge.
If you live in San Francisco,
I could get to Long Beach from here in the same amount of time without crossing the bridge.
Yeah, that's because the amount of water that separates Long Beach is like fucking this much.
I'm just saying, if I go in through,
you can swim across.
I can come in through Linwood. I can come in through whatever those other towns. That
I know because it's a channel that separates San Pedro from Long Beach.
Not an entire bay. All right, it's an entire.
You're proving
bay.
my point.
There's 3 bridges that separate Oakland from San Francisco.
And technically, there are also 3 if you want to get into certain parts of Long Beach.
And they take 20 minutes to get across each bridge.
I don't know what your point is.
I'm saying that it's not the same.
We're not even talking about Italy here.
It's not the same. No. Well, that's because I don't even know how we got to.
Because you want to argue about LA history.
No, we're arguing about Mexico.
That's like me trying to tell you about San Francisco
I'm 150% telling you that the Valley is part of fucking LA.
Of course it is. It's part of LA County.
It is LA.
It's part of LA County.
Yeah.
But when people think of Los Angeles, they are not thinking of the Valley.
They're not thinking of Carson either or San Pedro.
Yes, they are.
No,
because,
they're not.
Because Inglewood, Compton, all these areas
They don't think of that
are.
shit either. They think
all
of fucking Hollywood, bro. That's all they think of, Hollywood. And the Valley is closer to Hollywood than all these other places. No one ever has any reason to visit the South Bay ever, or South Central, ever.
Oh, what's in the Valley again? Besides death,
All the fucking
dehydration,
all the studios, bro. all of the fucking fruits and vegetables, and this is me as a fucking plain faux LA historian, all the fruits and vegetables used to be grown in the valley. That they fed the rest of LA.
Well, that's not true because fucking Los Angeles used to just be all farmland.
Okay, and most of it was in the
Wilmington,
valley.
Rancho Palos Verdes, like that was all. No, all of that was all farmland.
I don't believe that shit at all.
Go look it up. Go look at a fucking map.
All I know is in Chinatown.
Literally, Google
Chinatown. All the farmers were complaining.
Google
where
a
they're
map.
From the valley.
Google a map from like the fucking late 1800s, and you'll see just literally they're called these places because those are the family names who owned like Wilmington.
Okay.
Was like the Wilmington family, and they literally owned most of.
Well, that's fucking great. All right.
And it was farmland.
And I don't care. All right. So was the valley. The valley's farmland too.
Well, the valley sucks and it's hot.
Okay. The South Bay sucks too.
Why does it?
Dude, all of it.
First of all, the studios used to be in. Hold on, Warner Brothers Studios used to be down in San Pedro. They still have their warehouses down there.
Yeah, but for how long?
For a long time.
Okay. How long have they been in studio in Burbank?
After they moved.
Okay, which was when?
I don't know. The 60s,
Okay.
70s.
So like, if they only spent like 10 years and then they moved and they've been here.
They were in
like
San Pedro
80
until at
years
least
now.
the 50s.
Like, Disney has been in Burbank forever. The only reason why Disneyland isn't in Burbank was because they wouldn't give Walt Disney the permits to build Disneyland there.
Well, where Disneyland is not part of LA.
Okay,
Yeah.
That's definitely for sure. We are in 100.
Orange County.
100%.
And that part of town
agreement
is
with
not
that.
LA.
In fact, Orange County only exists because white people wanted to get away from the minorities moving into town, for the most part.
We can agree on that. Now we can go move to Italy.
Okay. So you're going to Italy. It's the first time in Europe. It's gonna be a different experience for you. And
Maybe.
I think we should. No, it's definitely gonna be different.
I need to make sure I download my translator app on my phone.
No, you don't need to do that. Unless you're planning to go like deep into like the
No, I'm just gonna
the
just
native towns.
talk like this, and I like this.
Use the hand gestures all the
Yeah.
time. Yeah.
When I'm like really don't know what I'm doing, I'll
Yeah.
do two.
Yeah.
What would you like to eat?
Yeah.
Oh, I'd like a pizza.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the way you're supposed to do it.
With the sauce on it.
It's like when white people do that when they're talking to someone that speaks Spanish. They try to talk in an accent.
Or when they talk to black people.
Yeah, they try to jive talk.
They do. That's 100%
Yeah.
what happens. But I think we all do that.
Yeah.
Because I think it's a way of like,
You're trying to adapt.
I'm cool, I'm in your circle, don't
Right.
worry, I understand.
Right. Can you pull it off? Can you sound legitimate though? Can you sound authentic?
I sounded authentic.
You sound like whoever was the voice actor for Mario, the Mario cartoon from the 90s.
Well, you know what? Mario is Italian, so
Yeah.
I take that as a compliment.
I don't know if they actually
Mario is probably the most famous Italian
created by Japanese people.
ever.
Yeah.
Period. He might be the most famous Italian ever. Leonardo da Vinci, Mario. Luigi. Luigi's probably second.
Does that count as cultural appropriation?
It absolutely does, but
Okay.
see,
Since
because
it's Japanese people?
Nintendo did it, it's okay.
Okay, fair enough.
That's really what it. And they did the smart thing of not really giving them voices,
Yes.
other than like like, which is also really offensive when you think about it, but it's okay.
But
Well,
I think
'cause,
Italian
I mean,
people are just so
okay,
happy that they had like somebody like.
Well, if Mario were Japanese, it would not be the same. Like that's not interesting. That's not as fun as like like that's one thing. And
I can't even. When did Mario actually get a voice? Because from what I remember, he never. All you heard was pew 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 pew.
You did
Pew, 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 pew,
when
pew. When he jumps, you get this.
Mario 64 probably when they
Okay.
went 3D.
He'd already been out for like 20 years almost.
Yeah,
Or
I'm just.
15 years.
Am I wrong? If it was Japanese Mario,
No, it's a little too aggressive.
you can't have a mustache on him.
No.
I don't even know if there's Japanese
It'd be a
plumbers.
really thin mustache if there was. Yeah.
See, and then you're going into racist
Yeah.
territory.
But it's
Like,
okay if it's Japanese.
He would
people
look
doing
like
it.
Hirohito.
Yeah.
Like that's what I would picture.
Also, I don't think there's like Japanese plumbers exist. I think
That's what I just said.
I think they import Mexicans to like do their plumbing there,
Or Italians.
or Italians,
Maybe that's what it
or
comes from.
Filipinos who are considered the Mexicans of Asia.
Who I get confused for Mexican. I mean, I'm Filipino all the time. I actually have a story about that. I was outside of my house, and yeah, I met one of my neighbors that has been living there for 10 plus years. There's more to the story, but I decided to not share it.
Okay. So where in Italy are you going? So I've been one time, so I'm not like an Italy professional.
Well,
I've been to Europe 4
I actually
times.
have a itinerary because the whole reason why I'm going is because my mom is going to visit her friend who lives in Florence, and they are going to.
You're gonna get a big steak there. I hope you eat it to the face.
I can eat anything, as long as it tastes good. I don't know. I hope Italian.
Well, that's my biggest suggestion.
I hope Italian
like
steak has flavor.
Whatever region you go to, eat what they make there, because that's like I feel like that's Europe in general. Like
Well,
here,
that's the whole. What's the point of going if you're not going to do that?
I just know like I guarantee you there's still people like
I got to try McDonald's though, in
ordering
Italy,
pasta Alfredo in wherever they go.
which is probably what I'll do.
Or like my dad is like not the most
I'll probably
adventurous
do that too.
eater, so he like ate carbonara everywhere we went, and I was like, Pops, carbonara is from Rome, and we're in Tuscany, and you're supposed to eat like steak and beans here. And
Well, we'll see.
I
We'll
like
see
the
what happens.
carbonara.
I have the itinerary. So the first day will be.
Are you guys on a tour? Like you
No, this is her mom's friend. My mom's friend.
Oh, you got like her friend is like taking you guys out?
Pretty
That's
much,
awesome.
Except for one of the days
You got one free day?
when we're going to Pompeii because she doesn't want to go.
Because that's you. That was you. You want.
Well,
you insisted on
I
that, right?
suggested it, and then I realized we probably should have went somewhere else to like Milan or something. To
No,
go.
Milan sucks. It's overrated.
Oh, well, I wanted to go look at the Da Vinci stuff.
Oh.
I don't know what the fuck's in Milan. I just know
Well,
the Da
Florence
Vinci.
has the David though.
Yeah, but
statue
that
of
doesn't have the
David.
Last Supper picture and doesn't have the actual Da Vinci Museum either.
Fair enough.
Like I don't even know what the Milan is known for.
Fashion. That's like the fashion capital.
Oh,
of
see, I
Italy.
don't give a shit.
And that's where Lamborghini's there, Ferrari's
Yeah,
there.
see, I don't care about that. I
Or
care about.
they're not there, but they're close to there.
I care.
Alfa
I care
Romeo's
about.
there.
I care about. Yeah, none of those things remotely appeal to me. But Leonardo da Vinci does. Seeing the Last Supper, because as a Mexican, that's like one of the most popular images.
Everybody has that one.
Everybody, and
Yeah.
that particular one too. So like seeing the original one would be kind of cool. But I guess we're going to
It's
Pompeii
gonna be like
instead.
this big.
No, it's like the size of a wall.
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh.
I didn't see it when I was.
Well,
in Milan,
apparently
funny
Mona
enough.
Lisa's that small,
No, Mona Lisa's tiny. Yeah,
which
it's like an 8x10.
just makes me really like, I don't know what the right word I want to use is, but confirms the fact that like me going to the Louvre and things like that,
Oh no, there's some awesome stuff at the Louvre.
I don't give one fuck about the Louvre. Like if there was if Team America was real and fucking Muhammad Jihad blew up the
I still
the
feel like
Louvre,
you're
I would not
harboring
care.
like anger towards France because of the Notre Dame thing.
No, I don't like LACMA. I don't like any art museums. I really don't.
You just don't like art in general.
I think it's modern
That's
art.
fair, that's
Modern
fair.
art museums, especially. If we're talking about paintings, okay, because I'll be in the Vatican, so I'm gonna see plenty of paintings.
Yeah, the Vatican's dope.
I have zero problem with lifelike paintings.
Was the statue of David Michelangelo or is that Leonardo da Vinci? Because now I'm not sure. Now I'm fucking confused, to be honest with you.
I have no idea. I know it's in Florence,
It might have been Michelangelo.
but well, I think we're flying into Rome or Florence. I'm not sure actually.
You're flying into Rome.
And then we'll be in Rome. Regardless, we'll be in Rome the first day. The first 3 days, actually, I'll be there. And then we'll be in Florence for 2 days. And then Pompeii. And then back to, basically from after Pompeii, Venice. And then Venice to Rome. Again, to leave. So we'll be going to Rome, Florence, and Venice. As well as Vatican City, obviously, because that's next to Rome.
But it's inside of Rome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So those three things. And for me,
So
all I give
I'm gonna
I
suggest.
care about the Colosseum. I want to see the Vatican, and then obviously now Pompeii. I'm going to see the volcano as well as those ash statues.
Right.
And then in Florence, I don't know. In Venice, I'd maybe ride a gondola. I guess, and try not to get crushed by a fucking boat. Which I know you don't know what I'm talking about. I was going to show this video last week on Reaction.
In Venice?
Yeah, cruise. You didn't see the cruise ship that straight up pulled the Speed 2?
No.
And fucking the whole cruise ship like drove into the docks.
No, I didn't see that. In Venice?
In Venice, and people were fucking running and screaming as this cruise ship's like honking its horn. It was like, we're about to hit the dock and destroy shit.
Should I spoil Venice for you, or like, do you want to? Are you excited about it?
You can't spoil it for me. I'm going. Like, it doesn't matter what you say. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
There's water. Like, I can tell you what my expectations are.
What are your expectations?
It's gonna be a waste of my time.
All right.
And it's gonna be crowded probably because it's such a big tourist spot.
July, so yeah, you guys are going like peak.
The weather's fucking gonna be terrible. Like, that's what I'm thinking.
gonna be hot.
And it's just, you're gonna get there and be like, oh, okay, everything's like underwater. Cool.
You should go to the place that invented the Bellini and get a Bellini, and be pissed off because you spent 18 euros on this tiny little drink.
I don't even know what a Bellini is.
So a Bellini is like the Italian version of a mimosa, but they use a peach puree instead of orange juice.
Oh, I won't get that. Maybe my mom will.
Prosecco.
Me and alcohol do not get along.
We gotta do the cocktails, at least one.
No.
And just say,
I can't.
This is gross.
I can't.
Get a
the last
Campari
time, dude,
and soda.
I had a Long Island iced tea for Game 6.
Dude, you got the drink with the most sugar and with the most amount of alcohol. Like, that's like little kid drinks. They don't know any better.
Within 4 hours, I was like dying, literally, like fucking dying. Later that night,
You can
I
take
was
baby
like,
steps, man.
I was like, fucking just.
Well, okay, a Long Island, not only does it have a bunch of booze in it, but like I said, it's got a lot of sugar as well. And on top of the fact that you have the diet that you have, yeah, obviously that wasn't gonna fly.
It hurt me.
Yeah.
I was physically in pain. I was like, dude.
I don't even know why I try to tell you to drink. Like, fuck it, wait, dude. You know.
Well, I can't. I won't even have wine.
Yeah.
And that's probably the one place you probably should have wine.
You know why though? Because a bottle of wine is cheaper than a bottle of water. Oh, that's no tap water. They don't give you water in glass. You got to buy like water, and they bring it to you in a glass bottle. So that's everywhere you go in Europe. That's water. Not like here. Like, hey, can I get a glass of water? And they come up with a pitcher. Yeah, they don't do that there. Everything's like, and they'll ask you like still or sparkling.
Sparkling.
Yeah.
Kind of stupid people drink that. I fucking don't understand. Dude, just drink a soda or drink water. Like, I don't.
People like the bubbles, man.
I know, and it's dumb.
No sugar.
La Croix or whatever, those brands are just, they're probably the smartest ones alive because they're pulling the biggest robbery ever. Here's some water. We'll just throw some bubbles in it and we'll charge whatever we want because water's free. Because I'm sure they're getting water from free well sources like Nestle.
Is Nestle's water free?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
It's from our own fucking wells. They just have their pipes and they just drain it out.
I thought they paid for that.
No.
Oh wow, we're getting.
It's our own. It's our own water. We own the water.
Man.
And they just pump it, bottle it, and then that's it.
I don't know shit in America.
Well, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Like that's the way it is.
Clearly.
So and then Florence, I don't really know. I just know like my mom mentioned like the Leaning Tower of Pisa. I don't really care to see that.
From all accounts and purposes, it's a waste of time. Like our tour guide when we went, so we went on a paid tour, and the guy was like, if you guys want, we can stop, but it's literally just the tower. Like there's nothing else in that town but a tower that was like with a poor foundation. You know, that's really all it is. You know,
that's what I know. That's what it looks like to me.
Like Rome's got like you got the Spanish Steps, you got the Colosseum, you got the Forum, you have the Parthenon. Is it the Parthenon too?
Yeah, I don't know if we're gonna do. I know we're gonna do the ruins. I don't know if we're gonna do the ruins, but I'd like to. I don't think that's in Rome though.
What?
There's like ruins.
The Colosseum?
No, like the Pantheon. Like those aren't. I don't think that's in Rome.
No, yeah, it is. The Forum is in Rome, and the Forum is the ruins. That used to be like a shopping center back in ancient times. But
I've already been to the Forum in Vegas.
I want to see. I don't know if it's called the Parth. What the hell is it called? There's this thing that still has the original like.
Yeah, where the oracles would be.
It's still like, it has not been damaged.
The Pantheon.
It's a Pantheon, yeah. The Parthenon's in Greece. If that's in, the Pantheon. Gotta go and see that. Like it's awesome. Like I feel like I'm one of those weirdos, and you're gonna be like, you're full of shit, Gian. But like,
no, I know what it is.
There's vibes in there. Like you're like, oh my god. Like you feel the vibes.
Yeah, it's some ancient human shit.
It's pretty sick. Like there's a lot of. We only spent a day and a half in Rome, and it was nowhere near enough. Like we got zipped through the Vatican, because we got We had a tour guide in the Vatican.
I'm gonna meet the Pope.
And he got.
That's my objective.
Yeah, that's your. To meet the Pope. Watch
and
out,
we're gonna
man.
we're gonna have a conversation too.
Those Swiss soldiers, man, they'll take you down.
We gotta have a no. It's not gonna be confrontational. I'm just gonna talk to them. Say, hey man, I want to talk to the Pope.
Right.
I have some problems.
He only speaks Latin and Spanish.
I have a lot of. He does. That's true. Because when he was with Martin Scorsese and Martin Scorsese showed him his movie about Catholics in Japan, it was like the most awkward. Because like Scorsese's obviously fucking happy.
Yeah.
He's Catholic.
Right.
And then he's like, it's like one of those things that I do when people speak to me in Spanish or any other language, and you just smile and nod like.
Yeah, that meme that Nacho Libre meme is the best.
Never seen Nacho Libre.
There's a meme with Jack Black when they're like, when people speak Spanish to me and they don't realize, and he's like, I'll find it. We'll throw it up there.
That's probably true. But other than that, I don't know what else.
Are you excited, man? Is this something like I feel like you're not? It's nothing you're like necessarily looking forward to. Like there's like
people keep saying that. I don't know what I'm supposed to feel.
I don't know. Like there's things you should be looking forward to. I guess.
Like it's. Cool.
I was excited to go to Italy. I've always wanted to go to Italy because I love Italian.
You know
food.
what it is?
I wanted to go and eat.
You know what it is? I'm not looking forward to the plane ride.
Flights can suck.
So I don't. So like any excitement is automatically canceled out.
Did you get a direct flight into Rome, or do you have to fly in through like Heathrow or something?
I'm going to Canada, flying from here to Canada with a 3.5 hour, 4 hour layover.
Right.
And then from Canada to Rome.
How long is the flight from Canada?
I don't know. It's a total of 16.5 hours, 17 hours.
So it's 13 hours of flight time total, or 14 hours.
Yeah, but I don't know what is which, or like what's...
Well, Canada to Italy's the long...
Well, yeah. Right. And then it's the same way basically on the way back. But we're flying from Rome to Washington, D.C., and then D.C. to back to L.A. I don't like being in planes. I hate planes.
No, I don't like planes.
I hate airplanes. And I especially
don't...
I bet
you don't hate planes as much as I hate planes, because I can't stand them.
I have no idea.
They're the worst.
And then people keep putting freaking jet lag into my head.
Well,
so now I'm just what I'm doing.
Are you going to be able to sleep on the plane? Because that's the key. That's a big part of jet
what
lag.
I'm going to do is not sleep at all. Because let's see. We're going to get into Rome. Let's see. Rome is, let's see.
Well, while you're looking that up, I'm going to tell you from experience that the jet lag never fully goes away, and by the time you finally get adjusted, it's going to be time to turn around and come back. Now, adjusting the time back over here is
I'll be getting into Rome at 11:25
p.m.
a.m.
So
my goal,
the trick is
probably to sleep on the plane.
You try to sleep on the plane, and if you can't go to sleep until night. Like you really.
Oh no, that's what I was gonna say anyway. It's just to push through and to continue my cycle.
And it's fucking tough, bro.
I don't think so.
It is tough. When you're going 36 hours without sleep, it's rough, man. No, you get to a point where like you don't want to go to sleep, and your body's just like if you sit down.
I don't know. Maybe I've just.
And you get delirious.
I've just done it before.
Yeah, but you also didn't fly. You were like. With all the cabin pressure from the plane for the 16 hours of flight time.
We're going to confirm if it's... Because I personally think it's all bullshit. I think it's a myth. No. I really do. I really do. I really do believe it. Man. I really believe it.
You are a flat earther when it comes to fucking jet lag.
I just don't see how jet lag can... I don't understand that concept. Like, to me, the only concept is
your internal clock gets completely fucked up.
I don't believe in that.
You don't think internal clocks are real?
No, I believe that your body is used to, like, okay, for 8 hours going to be doing this, and then this and that. Like, I believe that. But I went my whole life eating every fucking 2 hours, and now I'm okay with not eating for 16 plus.
Okay, but that also took you, like, you had to recondition your body to
I know, but I've always been able, like, no matter what, I don't like waking up early in the morning, and I can never go to sleep early. The only time I ever go to sleep early is when I've been so fucking exhausted by staying up so consistently. Like, I don't know. I just think it's bullshit. I really do. I don't think I'm going to be bothered by it at all. Now, I can't speak for my mom and stuff, and I'll probably take some sleeping pills.
Yeah, well, if you're cheating.
No, see, I don't consider that cheating. No, that's like
cheating.
It's like when people say if you're going on a fishing trip, and then the fishing trip they have the nausea pills, and you don't, and like when I went to Alaska, the tour guide was like, We recommend you buy, and I forget what it's called. It's like an anti-nausea.
Dramamine.
Yeah. We recommend you buy them and you take them at this exact time and this, and this. My mom decided to not take them on pour it in the thing.
Yeah.
And then, but she wasn't very far off. But the guy was like, we recommend you take it and then you fucking go to sleep. You don't even and that's exactly what I did.
On a cruise?
No, we were fishing. My mom couldn't fish because that's how bad, she didn't go to sleep. She didn't follow their directions.
Right.
Because you're talking about airplane turbulence being bad. Have you ever been deep in the ocean on a fishing boat?
No.
Yeah, that's a whole. And what makes it safe is you think, oh, I'm in the ocean, it's water. You're not gonna fall through the air and crash and blow up. But the reality is you can get capsized and then die for sure.
Yeah.
Because the water's cold as fuck.
Right, you'll freeze to death.
Before you even know it. And you're on this boat and you're literally, you're like, boom. And then you're like, and it's like, you feel it. Like
I've been on small boats, so
and they were like 15, 20 foot swells.
The first time I ever experienced seasickness was we were in the Big Island, and we went to go see the lava flow, which is, now thinking about it, was fucking, we spent like $100 a pop to go on a boat, a fucking speedboat, to go see lava go into the ocean. Like, it's so fucking dumb. But anyways.
That's cool.
I mean, is it?
I don't know about $100 a pop.
I think for an extra $50 we could have done that from a helicopter, which would have been way cooler. But
I don't think so.
A helicopter going over the volcano as the lava's coming out.
I don't think it's the same.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
Well, you can hear the lava go in and you can't hear that in a helicopter.
I mean, you really couldn't hear shit because you had to be so far away from the lava.
Well, that's because you picked the wrong boat.
I don't think any boat survives lava, but yeah. The boat, that's pretty much every boat. I have never been on a cruise liner, but almost every boat seems like it's just jumping up and down. So
well, that's skips. That's different. It's a speedboat. Speedboats skip. They still do that, but this is like completely different. Like you're going up, and then right when you go over that wave, you're going straight down.
So it's going like this?
Yep.
Like you're going up and
literally
down
a wave, like a wavelength, like fucking audio wave. It's because you're talking about skipping, and you're just popping, pop, pop, pop. Because you're going so fast, you're actually hitting the waves.
Yeah.
This, you're not. It's like literally a fucking roller coaster. Like when you go down and you feel it in your stomach, that's where you get sick. You actually feel Earth pulling you back down because you're going 20
so
fucking
negative
feet.
G's.
Yep, every time. And the thing is.
So when you're fishing, are you strapped in?
No. Once they drop anchor, then you're just doing this. It's different.
So you're not worried about falling?
No.
Okay.
No, it's different. It's completely different. When you're driving, you're driving against the waves, so you're like, it's just weird. But when you're just floating, your boat's not doing anything. It's just going with the water.
Right.
It still can be rough depending on the conditions.
Well, I think the seasickness also has to do with
it also has to do with the fact that that's lasting for 4 hours.
Well, your vision as well. Like your eyes keep on bouncing around. That's where motion sickness comes.
Well, you're in the cabin during the trip. You're not outside.
No, I know, but when the boat is going like this, like your equilibrium gets fucked up.
Yeah, I know.
So that's another reason why people get sick.
Again, people don't listen.
And people get used to it as well. Like if you're on a boat all the time, you probably get sick the first few days, but then eventually.
All I know is I didn't get seasick.
Because you went to sleep right away on the Dramamine.
Yep. So I'll probably take sleeping pills on the plane. I mean, 16-hour flight is going to be a long time. The thing is, what's going to fuck it all up is being in Canada for those 3 hours.
Well, if you're going to take the sleeping pills on the plane, you need to take them
after Canada,
right before you get on the plane, because that's the longest leg. That's probably going to be, I don't know what part of Canada you're going to, but that's probably going to be like 11 hours, at least 11 to 12 hours.
Yeah, I know, and then we're going to be there we're going to end up in Rome in the morning. Yeah. I'd rather be awake. Oh, yeah. Oh, nice. Right. I'm ready to go. Woohoo.
No, I had some friends that just went to Europe, and they got business class. I don't know if they paid for it, if they got lucky, they got upgraded, but they slept because the seat goes completely down. They slept, and they said they almost felt no jet lag. They still felt some, but nowhere near.
I still think it's bullshit.
It's not bullshit. There's so many different factors involved. Like, number one, the cabin pressure. The cabin pressure in the airplanes.
Well,
is
all
real.
I know is our ticket was $500, so we're probably gonna have all the cabin pressure.
I mean, it's $500.
Can't you wear earplugs?
That doesn't help with the cabin pressure.
Or does that explode your brain?
No, that's not an issue at all. That's not the earplugs won't hurt you or help you. That's
don't
for
know.
sound. It's you feel it like your body. You can sit on a plane for that long amount of time and you get off and you feel exhausted. Like even if it wasn't like even a 6-hour flight to New York, you feel like you've been on that flight. You didn't feel like I don't know. You're fucking.
See the way I
weirdo.
look at when I think of jet lag, to me that's, man, it's 7 o'clock. I'm used to it being 4 o'clock right now.
No,
that's it.
It's not. It's way worse than that.
I've never experienced jet lag.
It's
in my
your
life,
body. Yeah, because you don't get jet lag on a flight to New York, but you still like when you get off that
I've
plane.
never been tired. My only thing is,
when was the last time you went? You were like fucking 12?
No, a few years ago. I just was in New York like 2 years ago.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
I was. I don't know. It doesn't bother me.
I don't know. We'll see.
Maybe because I live a sedentary lifestyle and I'm sitting down all the time.
Maybe that's your body's used to the blood not flowing, so it's like whatever.
This is normal. What is different? Now we're in the air.
Yeah.
It's just gonna suck not having a laptop to work on.
Well, the cool thing is they have like 8 million movies on those long flights.
Yeah, but they have the shittiest fucking headphone
Do you bring your own
system.
headphones?
No, even it doesn't matter. Like they never want to put the volume up to a certain level because they want it to be universal.
Well, yeah, they don't want to bother other people.
It's just I don't know. I hate them. I hate them a lot.
I don't know. I hate flying so much that I don't mind the sound. I'm just like whatever. I just watch as many movies as I can because I can't sleep on the plane.
All I care about is
I have that thing where like my head starts falling forward and then I wake up.
Chris
Chris D'Elia's got a fucking.
Do you not wear the thing?
It doesn't work for me.
Oh well, there you go.
Yeah.
There's a
I
problem
can't
too.
sleep like this. I gotta sleep like my head goes forward. It doesn't go to the side.
See, you sound like the baby to me.
What are you talking about?
That's like I fucking just whatever.
Hey,
As
man,
long as I don't have a kid kicking the back of my chair,
some people
and I'm not
maybe
like seated in
you
a
might be
spot.
like my sister, man. She can fall asleep on top of a rock. I feel like you might be that guy too. When it's time to sleep, you could sleep anywhere.
I usually always sleep on airplanes. Maybe that's the other thing too. Like no matter what, like I'm gonna do this, and then I'm like,
Yeah.
even if I'm watching TV, I'm just like,
You're a lucky guy if that's the case. Most people can't.
the worst sleep ever. But I look at it more as sleeping
but
on
also
a plane
the
as time
longest flight
travel.
you've ever been on is to New York, right? So
Toronto,
that's
same thing.
That's actually Toronto's closer than New York.
I don't know what the longest flight I've been on was like when I went to Texas.
Recently. Oh, well, that's total flight time.
Going to Detroit and then Detroit to.
That's
that was
Detroit? I
like-
thought you went to like Minnesota or something.
I think it was Detroit. Either way, it was cold.
Right.
Like super cold.
So back to Italy. Like we fucking went completely off the rails here. But is there any food that you're looking forward to eating? Like, are you an Italian food fan?
I don't even know what gelato, I guess, is the only thing.
This is ice cream.
Dude, I don't know what the hell. I eat fettuccine and fucking pizza here.
So you eat like the most American Italian dishes. Well, you gotta get pizza at least. You guys aren't going to Naples, huh? I mean, the pizza's still good over there, but.
No, I don't. Dude, I'm not a foodie. I don't watch.
I know.
People watch food fucking thing. I can't do that.
So sad.
I can't. I like food, but I don't seek it out.
So in Rome.
Italian food is expensive.
In Rome, not in Italy.
No, I'm saying here.
Yeah, it's stupid.
And it's dumb. I like lasagna, but that's not even Italian.
I feel like somebody makes lasagna, but it's not gonna be the same.
I'm expecting fucking noodles without red sauce. Like that's what I'm expecting. And like
Just depends on what. Well, it's the region. Depends on what region you're at. Some regions like they're heavy red sauce. Well, now because of tourists, you can get pretty much anything you want. It's just not as good as.
I'm actually expecting to be disappointed if I'm being real
Oh
honest.
my god, dude! The food in Florence blew my mind. Like you got to get the rigatoni with boar, like the boar ragu, wild boar ragu, rigatoni. That's a dish in Florence, and then the Florentine steak, and you got to get a medium rare, and it's like this fucking thick.
You're telling me as if I'm fucking a savage.
You are Mexican, bro, and most Mexicans
No.
eat their
No, no,
steaks
no, no,
fucking.
Yeah, I know. They
Yeah.
eat it fucking well done.
Yeah.
If there's an
Burnt
ounce of
to a
pink,
crisp.
if there's an ounce of pink,
Yes.
it's fucking gonna
Yeah,
kill you.
Like, why did you even go to the steakhouse, like, and drop $40 to $50 on this steak right now for you to do that? Like,
I know.
if I was a server there, I would tell those people to leave.
I make it a job in my life that when I'm with Mexicans, that I make them order a steak like a fucking normal human being. That's my and they're like, wow, this is good. Yeah. I've never thought to try it like this.
Just tell them to not look at it when they eat it. Just don't look at it. Just don't look at it.
It's so bloody. And it's like, no, that's not even. Order something rare, then you really know what blood is.
Right.
I'm just saying. I mean, steak, I can eat steak all the way. But see, to me, steak isn't Italian.
Well, this is a specific type of steak, though.
Yeah, well, I don't even know what that is.
It's just a different cut. Well, you got to do that. I mean, are you gonna spend the majority of your time in Florence, in Firenze, as they say?
It looks like Rome, and then Florence second most.
See, I feel Venice, like Rome. Get the carbonara, and then get the cacio e pepe.
Yeah, I don't even know what that is.
All it is noodles, cheese, olive oil, pepper, like black pepper. That's like the regular dish. Cacio e pepe. It's really good.
Yeah, to me that sounds like pasta.
It is pasta.
Yeah, so I don't need
sauce. The sauce.
I don't need no fancy fucking name for pasta. That's why I'm saying I think I'm gonna be disappointed. Like pasta's simple.
Well, you got to get the right stuff.
Like I like fettuccine Alfredo with
the pasta
chicken.
that you make at home sucks, bro. Okay, I'm telling you.
I don't know. I like it.
You overcook it. It's probably too salty. Anyways, but
it probably
if you really want to go hardcore Roman, you got to get the rigatoni I think it's alla payat. Al payat, something like that. It's rigatoni with a red sauce and I think sheep intestine.
Doesn't sound appealing. I'd rather have Chef Boyardee.
Really not that good, but I think.
See, no, I'm not gonna.
Well,
I don't.
Some people like intestines, man. I'm not one of those guys.
I've never even had it. It doesn't even sound appealing.
You never had intestines?
No.
You never had menudo?
Oh, then I had it and I don't like it.
Is it the
I like
flavor or the consistency?
Pozole. I like pozole.
It's not the same.
I know. I don't like menudo because of the tripe shit or whatever it's
tripe?
called. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's intestines.
Tripas. Yeah.
Fuck that then. No, definitely not. I hate that.
Yeah.
I hate it. My mom might like it because she loves menudo.
Right.
Because of that. I fucking hate it. I hate the way it looks. I hate the way it feels in your mouth. It's like chewy, but it doesn't produce any flavor.
So racist right now.
How's that racist?
Against tripe, bro. I hate the way it looks. I hate the way it feels on my mouth.
Hey, man, whatever. I'm just saying.
Maybe we just haven't met the right tripe, bro. I'm not a fan of tripe, so I'm not gonna try to sell you on that. But there's a reason why, like, rich people now.
The only thing I would try with
are Columbusing.
I would try haggis, which is intestines, right?
Well, it's a bladder, I think. I think it's a sheep bladder, and then they stuff it with meat, like other meat. It's not stuffed with other intestines. But you try it out.
Describing haggis to somebody sounds gross to me.
Yeah, it's awful.
But
there's only one person I know who eats it, like, and likes to eat it, and that's
I would try it just because
the aforementioned person that shits bricks. Yeah.
Well.
Which is not your friend's roommate.
No, it's not.
Yeah. Because he shits in a fucking brown paper bag.
He just eats Whataburger.
Fuck, man. That's
the extra large. Fucking, I've seen it.
Are you gonna document this trip? Are you planning
I'm
vlogging?
I'm wasting money on a camera to try and vlog it and see how it turns out because I don't have a laptop to dump footage, so we'll see how that even works out. So I got to stock up on memory cards.
There's no laptops at your house, at your parents' house?
No.
So your mom doesn't have one?
No.
Wow.
She just uses her phone now. She never even used a computer at home. She has a Switch.
And you're going to be staying at her friend's house or at a hotel?
Probably hotels, yeah.
I mean, you could, if you bring a drive with you, you could see if they have an office, because a lot of these hotels, depending on how nice the hotels, I don't know if you're staying in like boutique hotels.
I have no idea.
Or if you're staying like in a Hyatt or something
I
like that.
have yet to ask any of that.
You could, in theory, dump all your footage using their computers, just so you can
I'm not
free up the...
I'm not worried about that.
I mean, is the camera use cards?
Yeah, so I just have to bring
got to get a bunch of cards.
That I'll probably return when I get back.
Right.
It's the frugal person in me.
It's kind of stealing. But,
no, it's not.
Yeah.
If it was stealing, you wouldn't be allowed to return things.
Well, yeah, but the point of returning things is like it's damaged or you didn't like it. Not borrowing it. It's basically what you're doing is borrowing without asking.
No. That's not what it says.
Absolutely.
That's what shop owners define that way to prevent people from doing what I do.
Right. Well, there's certain items you can't do it with either. Like you can't do it with microphones. You can't do it with inflatable beds.
You just got to know where you're buying it from.
Well, Guitar Center, you can't return
inflatable
microphones.
Beds, you can't. Only because You can't put them back in the package like they once were.
Oh yeah, we should do a video to see if we can get the fucking inflatable bed back in the package.
Well, if you open it properly, then you could say I never used it.
Well, you got to reseal it. If there's glue, you got to re-glue the box, make it.
Well,
look
the
like
trick
box never opened.
the trick there is to get an open boxed item, or something that's fucked up already, or you fuck it up yourself, and then they're like, "This box is damaged."
Yeah, but then the
But see, that's if you really want to. That's if I
counter
wanted to
to-
prove my point.
The counter
I
to
wouldn't
that
do
though
that.
is like we'll give you another one that's new. That's what they usually do with those kind of items. Like we'll take it back. We're not gonna give you your money back though. We're just gonna give you the same.
Well,
one.
if you really want
like
to play
video
if
games,
you
that
really
you
wanna
can't
play-
return video games.
Yes, you can.
Okay, let's give me the trick.
Doesn't play. Something's not right.
But then they just give you another copy of the same one.
Yes, and then you go to another store, and then you get and then you say, "Hey, I don't want this game anymore," and then, boom.
Okay, but what about the receipt? The receipt shows that you returned this game somewhere else.
Sometimes it doesn't. And even if it does,
I guess it also depends on the person behind the counter.
And even if it does, you say, you know what, this is a gift for my birthday.
When you get store credit, they don't give you the cash.
Depends on where you go. It depends on where you go. And sometimes that's all you need to buy another game is store
Right.
credit. You know, I have this brand new game, that was a gift. Oh, we're going to give you store credit for it. Oh, yeah, no problem. Turn around, ride around, and buy another game.
I tried to do that with Drake's, with the, what's it called?
Uncharted?
With Uncharted 3 that came with my PlayStation. Brand new, unopened, but because it came with the PlayStation, it didn't have a barcode on it.
Because that's not for retail.
Yeah.
So you already fucked up. So I would never have done that. Because I already know that it literally says not for retail.
Right.
Because those games are not the actual games. The only way you can get away with that is if
How are they not the actual game? It's the actual game.
their packaging is specifically designed for the PlayStation.
Okay.
It looks the same, except like you said, it has no barcode, and it will literally say not for sale.
Right, but it'll still play on every PlayStation
Yeah.
you put it on.
It's about the packaging, though.
Right.
Packaging's different.
So I should have sold it on eBay is what you're saying.
Yes. And no one would have known the difference.
Right.
That's why eBay's great.
Too late now.
That's why, like, Xbox doesn't even do that. They just give you codes for games, and you can just sell the code.
Right.
Hasn't been scratched off. Boom, sell it.
Well, that's right. You got a bunch of codes at E3.
I did. 14 months of free Xbox Live. But yeah, as you can tell, I've been doing this my whole life. So
You're a fucking scammer. But anyways, let's wrap this up. Anything else you want to add? I uneventful podcast, obviously, but I hope you guys were entertained by this. And let's. I'm excited for Daniel's. I really hope you do a good job vlogging. I suck at vlogging, obviously, because I've been places and I take videos and you never see them. I'm just like, I'm done after a while. I feel like you're a little more committed, and you also don't have a 2-year-old and a wife, so your mom's not.
Which are 2 excuses.
They're good. They're pretty good excuses, man.
No, I think only one is valid.
Which one?
The wife.
The wife. Yeah.
Because your son, A, isn't old enough to really understand what's going on, and B, would probably make the vlogs better.
Could be.
And probably would be involved with them too.
Potentially, yes.
But the wife would be like, "What are you doing?
Yeah.
We're in Italy, and you're recording videos."
Yes, that's verbatim. But anyways, let's get excited, man. I hope you have a good time.
Oh, I'm hoping I have a good time. I hope I don't get involved in a plane crash, terrorist attack.
Holy shit, man!
Italy
doesn't really have.
Well, I know, because Italy is a right-wing nation that will just. Oh, we don't tolerate your type.
They're also fucking poor, and I feel like that's why.
Maybe.
They're like one of the broker.
Well, aren't they
countries.
a right wing? Isn't their government right wing right now? Like,
could be
ultra right wing.
When I was there, like you don't really, nobody talks
Benito
about.
Mussolini's like grandnephew is. No, I'm serious.
Is it really? It's Mussolini's grandkid.
Something like that, yeah.
Great grandkid even. I don't know, man.
He has some.
People don't talk politics.
Party.
They leave the tourists alone. So, but that could be the case. That's why Italy's safe. I think it has more to do with they don't have anything to like really fuck up.
Because everything's old anyway.
It's old and they're kind of broke. So like if we're gonna attack Germany. We're gonna attack.
Garrity
England.
told me to look out for like little kid gangs.
Oh yeah, you don't want to get pickpocketed. Yeah, I didn't really see much of that, to be honest with you, but if you take the trains, you'll you'll see all of a sudden all these little kids hop on board, and then they'll start talking. Like one will try to distract you while the other one tries to pull your wallet out. That's why they tell you to like.
So I need a fanny pack.
I don't know about fanny pack. I would carry your wallet in your front pocket.
Oh, I always do.
You know, or what I always do is I don't carry. Like,
where do you get your?
I don't carry any of my
we
important
can
shit.
talk
I
about
just
this after.
I carry all cash. I carry cash and it's in my pocket and that's it.
We have a money clip, I'm sure.
Right. But I'm saying like IDs, like things. If they steal your cash, that sucks. Whatever. But like,
Do I need to carry my passport on me at all times?
No, they never ask for that. Yeah. They never ask for that.
They say to bring a copy of it. But anyway, I have some other questions I can ask you off air.
All right. Well, anyways, guys, that's going to do it for us. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. If you're listening on iTunes, please leave us a 5-star review because we only have like 19 of them. If you're watching on YouTube, guys, smash that like button. Hope you enjoyed the show. Leave comments. Let's interact. If you've been to Italy, give Daniel some tips, things to do. He already told you where he's going. And we will see you podcast-wise in a couple weeks.